And we're live, baby. Hell yeah, we're live. We're just gonna wait for Mary Lou to show up. I'm just going live a little early so that I can get the YouTube link. That I might share it on Twitter. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Okay. Hello, people. Sherbet Mango, good morning. Dana, Lou, good morning. I'm just waiting for Mary Lou to get here because Mary Lou hasn't seen Moraine's quest yet. So Mary Lou is going to watch it live on stream with us, and we're going to get her reactions. And speaking of her reactions, look who just showed up.
What's
Look at
up?
you looking all pin up.
Check me out. I'm the pinup Aja, baby.
That's the freaking. You look like Red Aja, if I'm being real with you.
And I will kick any man's ass. Honestly, I'm changing it. I am Red Aja today.
Yes,
and
and
there we go. Okay.
we are going to we're gonna wait just a few minutes to give anyone time to show up so they can see Mary Lou's reaction live.
Wait, no, I'm changing it.
I'm gonna change my name too. Why not? What Aja am I today? I am. I don't know. Sherbet Mango. What Aja am I today? Dana Lou. Whichever of you is first, you get to pick my Aja for the day.
I love these.
Who's picking the Aja? Spicy
Aja.
Love it.
I love that we've moved on from
We've moved
colors.
on
We've
from colors.
transcended.
We're
We've
not limited to
transcended
colors.
colors.
Yeah, yesterday I was Drop Aja and Thirst Aja. So.
Oh, drop. Okay, I get it. I was like, drop. I get it now.
Yeah, so you transcended
Aja.
colors. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Or good afternoon, depending on where you are. Or
Sure.
good evening.
Or good evening.
Is that all the times?
Morning,
Good
afternoon,
exactly
evening.
noon.
Good exactly noon. Good noon
Good night.
to you.
Good night time.
Good night.
Yes,
Good morrow.
Good. Are they okay? That's an interesting one. So do they exist in their own future?
Well, they're in the future to me, so I say good morrow to them.
Speaking of that, I totally forgot about time travel in the Wheel of Time, and I just read the part in The Great Hunt where they skip forward 4 months using the portal stones.
Yeah. It
Pretty
just
crazy.
happens.
It just happens. So Mary Lou, whilst we wait, I'm gonna say at 11:35 we will watch Mary Lou's live reaction to Moraine's quest. Until then, Mary
am
Lou.
excited. I want everybody to appreciate the hard work that I've gone through in order to avoid watching Moiraine's quest because I am pathologically addicted to Twitter.
Right.
And it was all over my timeline was
Yes.
Moiraine's quest and and I skipped all y'all's tweets. I just scrolled right past. And do you know how much mental fortitude and spiritual strength
Mary
that
Lou,
takes?
you're so brave and strong.
Thank you. I'm braver than the troops. That
I know. Bold positions being taken on the channel today. Yesterday we had Rin Sadai.
Yes.
Guest maiden because Mary
Guest
Lou
maiden.
couldn't make it. And Rin, if you're watching somewhere, thank you so much.
Thank you for
Thank you
joining
so
us,
much.
Rin.
Yes. What else can I show you, Mary Lou, whilst we wait? Thank you, Ash. Ash, much G. And that reminds me,
Thank you.
we have some new features on the stream. And Mary Lou, you get G.
I
You
have
get
G.
much G.
Sarah, that is so cool.
Yes, you
Do
get
it again
G.
because I have much G. Can you make
Okay,
it like?
okay, because you just asked for G,
I have toe.
you have toe.
Oh no!
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry, that's how it works.
Oh, I'm honestly, you're right. I have toe. I have
Yeah.
toe. And I'm
So
sorry.
those are two of our new features. So if anyone in the chat or if either of us deserves G or toe, they will be awarded thusly.
I am so obsessed with that. That is so
Yes.
funny.
Okay, and we've got this. We're not thirst spoilering anymore. We are Wheel of Time
Love banners.
spoilers. Gotta get the banners going.
Yeah, this is going to be spoilerific, right? Or maybe not Moiraine's quest, but are the Comic-Con videos spoilery?
Oh, so okay, update on the Comic-Con videos. I ran a poll. Watching Comic-Con videos won the poll, but we're not going to watch them because I did pay 16 British pounds for a digital ticket to the MCM London Comic-Con.
That's like 25 American bucks.
They aren't on there.
Oh.
They're not part of the video on demand package. So
that's Vogue.
I agree that it's super Vogue, but
they have toe.
They have soup toe.
If anybody's wondering why I am dressed like this, I do not do it for fun, though I love people who do. I am a professional singer, and I have a gig today, and the group that I'm singing in does pinup and big band and jazz. And
give us a little sample, Mary Lou. You've got 1 minute to kill.
Sarah!
Mary Lou is a fantastic singer. The people know. They just want to hear a little bit of like a
acapella jazz.
A little acapella jazz,
Let me see here. You know what? Look what I got right here with me.
Oh, look what you got right here. Beautiful.
I can do. Let's do some Elvis. How about some Elvis?
Okay, a little bit of Elvis. And we're just going to get a couple verses of Elvis, and then we're going to watch Mary Lou's live reaction to Moiraine's quest.
Great.
Can you sing? Don't sing Elvis. Sing this about Moiraine. Okay, sing your guesses for what's in Moiraine's quest.
Okay. Moiraine's quest is gonna be so mystical. I can't play ukulele
That's
and
okay.
improvise
It's 11:35, Mary Lou. So it's time to watch the video.
Okay, fair.
But Mary Lou, for even trying, you get G.
I have G.
Yes, much G. Why hasn't Mary Lou recorded an intro song for the channel? That's a good question.
Great question. We should write one, Sarah.
We have.
Ooh, can you play our intro? I love it so much. I want to watch it.
Wait, Mary Lou. Okay, improvise a little thing on top of this. Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Maidens of the spear. Yeah.
Woo, baby. Oh yeah, that was fantastic. Okay. The reason why Mary Lou hasn't recorded an intro song for the channel is because we're gonna do a different one every time.
Every single time.
So Mary Lou, are you ready? It's time.
Ready. So ready. Oh my god, I'm actually like a little. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, here we go.
I am Moiraine Sedai.
Yes, she is.
20 years ago, I learned a secret. A vision of a baby being born. A baby who could change the world. In the last age, the Dark One was trapped by the last dragon at the cost of almost everything. 20 years ago, the last dragon was reborn. We don't know where or to whom. What I do know is that my mission is to find them. But we're running out of time. The Dark One is waking. His whispers are already in the backs of our minds. If I do not succeed, the earth itself will burn, and the whole world will turn to darkness. There will be one who can stand against him. The dragon has been born again. Who is the dragon reborn?
All right, Mary Lou, do you want to watch it one more time?
No. What
Okay.
the fuck? I mean, I want to watch it slow. I don't want to watch it all the way through one more time. I want to watch it slow.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
Whoa! Okay. First thought.
Yeah. Okay. First thoughts. Do you want me to just go through it? Guide me here.
No, I just want to go like frame by frame by frame by frame.
Okay.
But they're setting up for Egwene to be a possible dragon reborn.
Yeah, who is the dragon reborn, Sherbet Mango? I don't know. And if you don't know, please stop watching this stream.
Please stop watching this stream right away if you don't know who the dragon reborn is. But I
Hello,
love that.
Yeah.
I love that they're framing it as maybe Egwene. That is super cool. That is not something that we had in the books. But I think that is fucking fascinating and such an exciting thing for the show to do. And now obviously we know that is going to dissipate. But I think that's really cool.
You know what's interesting, Mary Lou?
What?
You say that obviously we know this. And obviously I agree. There are people I've seen on Twitter and Reddit freaking out where they're like, oh no, if they make Egwene the dragon, it's going to ruin the story.
Are you fucking stupid? Are you stupid? Why would they make Egwene the dragon, you dumbass?
And people are just
the
upset.
whole
People
story.
are upset. People don't like the idea that a woman could be a dragon. Anyway, we'll talk about that another time. But let's just work our way through Moiraine's quest.
Yes, just I got to take it piece by piece.
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of like play through it silently. So pause me when you want to talk.
Okay. Pause.
Yes. Great sweater.
That sweater.
Okay, I'm gonna stop talking because this is Mary Lou's reactions here.
That sweater could be my boyfriend. That sweater I would introduce to my parents. That sweater I would have late nights with. That sweater does things to me. Yosha in that sweater, I can't talk about it in public because I'll get arrested. I am obsessed with that sweater. For some reason, why don't we see mock neck sweaters in fantasy more often? Like, why is this sweater? This sweater is like it's shocking to me. It's
that he's
shocking.
Just wearing a sweater.
That he's just wearing a sweater. Yeah. He's just like a guy who wears a sweater. Spoiler, the dragon reborn wearing a sweater. That is the ultimate boyfriend sweater. Not getting that one back. I would take that sweater and I would make it my own. I would live in that sweater if I could. Holy shit, do I love this sweater. I love Yosha in this sweater. I know that Barney has this like coat that looks like a bathrobe, but it looks like a fucking bathrobe every single time. I love that he chews on his sleeves. I think that's very matte. Oh, they're 20.
They're 20. Or, they're 20. Okay, a point on that. First, make your point on them being 20.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think it makes a lot of more sense for a show. I don't want to watch a show about teenagers, to be perfectly honest. And plus, they are closer to looking 20. They don't look 20. Let's be honest. Have you seen a 20-year-old? They look like babies. These don't look like babies. They don't look 20, but they look a lot closer to 20. And I just think it's going to be a more interesting show to watch them. You know, they're right on the cusp of adulthood here.
Yeah. I was
so
kind of
that's
hoping
really
they were maybe mid-20s. I technically, from what we hear in the trailer, that's not excluded.
I am Moiraine Sedai. 20 years ago, I learned a secret. A vision of a baby being born.
So, like, 20 years ago, she learned the secret. If I wanted to be really semantical about it, we know she learned the secret when the dragon was born. So I'm not even going to waste everyone's time with this idea.
We know that. I want to say I'm obsessed with Rosamund. Like, I knew she was going to be good, but she's so good.
Yeah, she's great. Where was that sweater? There it is.
Ugh.
What do you think of Perrin's stump?
What the fuck? I thought it was like a plate. I wasn't looking at it closely. Why does he have a fucking stump? Is he whittling?
That
Is he
was
like
my thought.
drawing?
I think he's maybe whittling. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a stump.
I guess.
We don't really know
He's
what
got a
that's about
stump.
yet.
He's whittling. All right. I guess it makes sense for a blacksmith to like whittle for fun, but I think it's like a
Yeah.
weird thing to give him like another thing. Like he makes metal stuff and he makes wood stuff. He whittles. He's just so
whittles.
homey. I guess it makes
Yeah.
sense.
So we learned something, or I learned something from Iki Airy on Twitter, who put out a video yesterday or 2 days ago, going through Padden Fane's audition tapes that we have access to, where Padden Fane
Ooh.
refers to Matt as his poorest customer. So I think in the show, the Coffins are a poor family, or at least Matt is poor, which provides some context on his costuming, because like so far I've been least impressed with Matt's costumes.
Yeah,
But
he
with
just
that
seems
lens in
so
mind,
raggedy. Yeah.
but with that lens, if it's like they're setting up Matt for this rags to riches story, then
That
I think
makes
it makes more
sense.
sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
My first thought, sherbet mango, was that it's a plate, but there's no food on it.
Just a friggin' stump. And what is he holding in his hand?
See, this is why I think he's maybe whittling as well. You can kind of see sawdust on the stump.
Yeah.
I think it's maybe a knife that he's holding. Yeah, that's like a
Yeah.
little whittling thing. He's crafty.
Weird.
He's a crafty boy.
He's a
Okay.
crafty boy.
Shall we move on?
Good with his hands.
Oh, and I love
Sorry.
the giant, like I love the giant open oven in the background.
I know. Oh, okay, great. I
Be
love it. I
being
want to live
born,
there.
a baby who could change the world. In the last age, the Dark One was trapped by the last dragon at the cost of almost everything.
That we haven't seen before. This.
This setting, it's not that we've seen that. It's
Yes,
so beautiful.
this. Oh, it's so beautiful. That's got to be Matt and Rand traveling after they get
Yeah.
separated at Shadow Logoth. Ah, it's so gorgeous. I really, 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 really love. I'm just so excited to see the show. It like everything they show is so beautiful. I have okay, really quick. This is more of a macro note, but the more I see of the show, the more excited I am. Do you remember
Same.
how disheartened we were after Land's sword debacle?
Yes. Still a debacle. I stand by it.
Still a debacle. That is unforgivable almost. But everything else has just been so amazing. Like,
Yeah,
is that
it seems
Moiraine on a
increasingly
cliff?
one-off.
Yeah, that seems like a big, like that's a huge mistake, but it seems like maybe a one-time mistake.
Yeah.
And hopefully they learned from the fervor, right? Of like, what the fuck, you
I don't
guys?
think that's Moiraine, because Aldeeb is white.
White. Oh, sorry, I thought it was white in the clip. So who'd have figured that? Maybe it's, I don't know. Who knows?
It might
But
be yeah, I don't know. Could be
do
Lan.
you think it's Egwene and Bella? No, it doesn't look like Bella. Too tall.
Could be Lan. Could be a merger all. No, it's not wearing the mask.
No,
Maybe
not
it's
wearing black.
Nynaeve, like looking to see if she can see where they went.
Ooh, that's cool. I like that. Ooh,
Yeah.
you know what I didn't notice? Look, it's like a bridge. You see that bridge over? I thought
The
this was just
bridge?
a one cliff.
Oh, yeah. No,
But
the
it's like
arch. Very
a
cool
tower
rock
and an
formation.
arch with a bridge. God, that's cool.
The location scouting for this show, top fucking notch. They found some
Top fucking notch.
incredible places.
Do you want to go to Prague?
I do.
I would love to go to Prague.
I don't know. If we have any Czech people in the chat, would I be hate crimed if I went to Prague? Because usually I'm like, as a trans person, I'm like, Eastern Europe is kind of off my radar, but let me know.
Let us know.
Let us know. But
Let
you
us
should go to
know.
Prague, Mary Lou.
Well, I really want to go to Prague without you. But we gotta go to Prague.
I do 100% I want to go on like a full, like people do Lord of the Rings tourism to New Zealand now.
Yeah.
I definitely want to do that.
Time tourism.
I'm
to
so
Prague.
excited. Except they
So
burnt
cool.
down Emmons Field. So
I know. Sarah. We
What?
have to talk about the GQ article.
What we will. Well, you
Another
can
day.
bring it up. Anything you want to bring up from that. But
Just that I think it's fucking baller that they created their own production
it's
studio.
incredible. The fact that they built so much stuff that like we thought was going to be CGI, but like this is real. They built
Yeah,
Immense
they
Field.
built the town. I love that.
They made Padden Fane's wagon back here.
Thank you for pointing that out. Oh my god, the bastard. There he is. I see him.
Yes, you see him, the peddler. It's like a really lovely set they've made.
God,
I'm
Rosamund is
so
so
excited to
gorgeous
watch
too.
it burn down.
I know.
Who do you think that
That's
is?
Lan.
Yeah, that's my guess too.
He's got a friggin' sword. What the fuck
I don't know what you're
is
talking
that?
about, Mary Lou. We've had a comment about the Immense Field scene.
What? Layla.
Is that
The
Layla in
fuck
the
is
red?
Layla? Oh, Layla
Layla's
Ibarra?
yeah.
Is that who was cast? Do we know who was
Don't
cast?
You know, I will say, like, I'm not someone who obsessively watches casting lists. I
No.
am very appreciative of the people who do because they have sleuthed out a lot of information about the show.
Yeah, I know that Layla Ibarra. Oh, interesting. Thank you,
Most
Daniel, for
progressive
that
Eastern Bloc
research.
country. Thank you, Daniel. Maybe I will go tour the set.
Let's go. I know Layla Ibarra has been cast, but if that is her, then that
It's not Helena
probably
Wetterman.
okay. Well, yeah, I don't know what Helena Wetterman looks like, but it was my theory that Layla was just his sister
A
and not
sister.
his like wife girlfriend.
Yeah.
But that girl is white, so but I don't know what Helena Wetterman looks like.
Who knows? He could have a white sister.
You could have a white sister, it's true.
Okay. Do you want to
Okay,
talk about these scenes?
the dragon's fang in sheep's carcasses?
Yes. With Lan in the middle.
What? Oh, I didn't
Followed
even
by
see him. I didn't even
yeah.
see Lan with just these like
Yes, thank you,
guts
Zool.
floating around. The little like intestines in the middle
Yeah, it's
there. That's
grody.
so freaky.
Got to imagine this is some sort of Trolloc Murdral intimidation thing. Maybe.
Maybe, why though? When?
Maybe they're trying to like flush out the dragon, or it's like they're trying to scare the townspeople. I don't know. It's creepy. And it's followed up immediately by
The white flame. Wow, what great cinematography. What scene is this?
yeah,
Is this a women's
so
circle scene?
it might be the women's circle
Going
like
down
going
into the
wherever they went.
okay, here's my thing about the sheep carcass dragon thing. I don't see Murdral taking the time to
Oh.
do this, right?
Tam's farm.
He is a sheep
is a
herder.
guess. They both Sherbet Mango and Dana Lou guessed at the same time. So
I have trouble
much G.
believing that, yeah, that's much G to you. I have trouble believing that Trollocs would do that.
Well, I only think they would do it if it were like.
But I mean, this is clearly
Murdral
isn't
might. I
human
mean,
work. It's
Murdral are
far too like
intelligent.
messy. No, I know. I know they're intelligent. I just don't see them taking the time to do that. Like they just like eat it.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about the times that they left symbols behind, and that
Yeah.
was because they were forced to by Padden Fane.
Well, maybe
right?
Padden Fane's already super evil because he's already a dark. Like Padden Fane's the one
He's
who
already
brings
a
the
dark
Trollocs to
friend.
Emmons Field.
Yeah. So maybe, yeah, maybe this is when. Are they chasing them for the dagger? No.
No.
I don't know what this is from, but I'm excited.
I mean,
and
Padden
it's
Fane has been sent
scary.
to hunt down the boys because he's been sent to track down the dragon. I don't know. I think this is. We'll see what the context is. We have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sure they have a reason.
But it is freaky looking cool.
It's very freaky. Do we think
And
this
I
is
love that cinematography of the white flame in the cave. Wow,
Do you think that's a
exciting.
real cave formation or is it CGI?
I think that's real.
Interesting.
I do. Because it's so imperfect
Lucky.
enough.
Yeah. Lucky to find that. Okay, now we're in.
Shedar Logoth looks like.
The Dark One is waking. His whispers are already in the backs of our minds.
Dreams! 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 Pause it! Dreams! Dreams are confirmed! Dreams are confirmed!
We're getting some dreams, baby.
We weren't sure if they were gonna do dreams, and I'm so excited. And then guess who has one too? Egwene also has a dream. Like, that is so cool to me.
Yes. Dream.
Ah,
Still
really
no
like that. Okay.
Balzamon confirmed, but at least dreams.
At least dreams confirmed. Another thought about including Egwene in that. I like it because it's nice that they're blurring the lines between girls and boys sooner, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Another thing that I like. Everybody dream, dream, dream. All four
I
have
agree.
dreams.
Yeah, I've seen some people on Twitter be like, well, the reason I don't like it is the dragon has to be a man because he has to go insane. But like there's actually nothing
They don't know that.
There's nothing in the dragon, the prophecies of the dragon that say he goes insane. They
No.
just say the dragon breaks the world. Yeah.
We just
Mary Lou-
assume it's a man because the last one was a man, and because he'll break the world.
Yeah.
And I can see how everybody assumes it will be, but not Moiraine, right?
Yeah,
and so she's like, I still
Moiraine
gotta
is
keep an
very
eye on Egwene.
careful. Moiraine's very careful with pronouns and stuff here.
Absolutely.
I am Moiraine Sedai. 20 years ago, I learned a secret. A vision of a baby being born. A baby who could change the world. In the last age, the Dark One was trapped by the last dragon at the cost of almost everything. 20 years ago, the last dragon was reborn. We don't know where or to whom. What I do know is that my mission is to find them. But we're running out of time. The Dark One is waking. His whispers are already in the backs of our minds.
Yes. Hello, Katie Smith. Good
Hi,
morning.
Katie. And everybody knows what she means when she says them. She's referring to one person. It's not hard. Don't be obtuse.
Yeah, I don't think anyone here is being obtuse.
I know no one here is obtuse, but I'm watching you.
You're talking to Reddit and Facebook.
I'm talking to Reddit and Facebook, and honestly, a lot of Twitter. Not Twitter of Time, but
yeah, I think it's. Have you read Mistborn?
No, not yet.
Okay. Well, if anyone here has read Mistborn, there is
Go ahead and
something
spoil it
about
for me.
this.
I don't care.
Well, people in the chat might.
Oh, you guys might care.
Okay, I'm gonna. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna put a banner. If you have not read Mistborn and don't want Mistborn spoilers, close your ears.
Close your ears.
Mistborn spoilers. Adding a banner. Okay,
Ooh.
Mistborn spoilers. You have been warned.
Turn it off.
2, 1. Turn off your ears.
Turn them off.
So in Mistborn,
yeah,
there is also a hero of prophecy that is always assumed to be a man, and the main character in Mistborn is a girl. So it's like not even on your radar.
Right.
It's not even on your radar that she could be the hero.
Yeah.
Because they always refer to like this prophesied hero with male pronouns and masculine terms. Yeah. And then like one of the twists in Mistborn is that yes, that's how the translations phrase it, but in the like the equivalent of the old tongue, which was gender neutral, there actually is no indication of what gender it will be, and so then like she does turn out to be the hero of prophecy, and everyone's like, "Whoa, a girl!" And so this whole thing kind of feels like
that would not have fooled me. I would have saw right through that. I would have known instantly.
This feels like maybe Brandon Sanderson is bringing some element of that idea into the Koreathon cycle prophecies here. So that was just the thought. You know, Brandon Sanderson had done this before. He's a consultant on the scripts, so maybe.
I love it. I love it.
No more Mistborn. That's it for Mistborn spoilers. We're no longer spoiling.
No longer spoiling.
Okay. And I happened to pause on this lovely frame here.
Scare is so sad.
It's very sad. Yes, Luz Theron used they them. That's true.
Not canon, but could be.
Yes, he was sat in the seat of the they Merlin.
The Damerlin seat.
um,
They Themerlin seat.
they Sedai. Anyway,
I like her wig more.
you're getting more.
Anyway.
You're getting used to it.
I'm getting used to the wig. Still a little too thick
Hello,
for my liking at
Marissa.
the hairline.
Good
Hi,
morning.
Marissa.
And also, good morning, Ash. Or
Good morning,
afternoon.
Ash.
I don't know where you people live. We have 2 more minutes of morning here, though, so I'm gonna hold on to it.
Good morrow. Good morning. Still loving Shatter Logoth. I heard they built that. That's crazy to me.
They built at least a lot of it. Like, obviously, they couldn't build.
Ooh, scary Murdral in the distance.
Yeah. So at least in the trailers, they're setting up the Murdral, I think, as the equivalent of the Balsamon Dream Roll.
Whispers are already in the backs of our minds. If I
think Balsamon's
Maybe.
in the show. They're just like, they want it to be a big reveal, so they don't want.
Not in the trailers, yeah.
I'm also in the Bay Area, Katie. Hello, to a
Neighbors.
fellow Bay Area person. Oh, we'll get there, Sherbet Mango.
Yeah, I saw that.
do not succeed,
What?
the earth
Is this gonna be like something? Is this inside?
So no, that's outside. That's
Okay, yeah.
that's outside of the Wine Spring Inn.
Is this like Moiraine draws from it in order to do her
So-
spells or something?
be strong.
We had
Be
this
strong.
discussion yesterday, and I hadn't noticed this, but other people pointed it out. Where is? We see in the original trailer this clip of like Moiraine channeling in Emond's Field. Probably, the exact same scene. And she is like gathering the one power from the world around her, which is
Oh,
never
that's
how I
interesting.
imagined it, but does
Yeah.
make sense for television. More than like, oh wait, that was it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
she's like pulling all of this power from the mountains, from the fires,
From the fire, from the air. Okay, I get it. Yeah, for TV, that makes sense. It's not how I pictured it, but it makes a lot of sense for TV. Cool.
Yeah, it could be interesting. Sure, Katie, we can get drinks. Yeah, I
Don't
mean,
make me jealous.
I always, yeah, Mary Lou is stuck down in SoCal.
And I love it. LA, baby.
I always imagine the one power as this just like, it's a different plane of existence that they tap into mentally.
Yeah,
But that's fine.
it's fine. That's not a unforgivable change in my opinion.
I do still want.
Okay,
like,
back to
Super
back
Saiyan
to Maureen's
auras. I'm sorry.
Okay, scary
just-
fire.
Really beautifully shot everything.
Yeah, it's nice. Cinematography is top notch.
Any more thoughts here?
No, I like it. I think it's cool.
Yeah, if this is Moiraine pulling the power now, what's it gonna look like when we get our other stronger channelers later in the series?
I know.
I don't know. If I were making this show, I would have done more like Super Saiyan glowing auras because I feel like that's
Yeah.
what's described. But
I think maybe we'll get that. I think
still get that.
it's too easy not to do that. I think we're gonna get a bit of it in the show. I just think it's distracting maybe for trailers, right? Because remember when we saw Matt and he was cut out in that
okay. Turned out he
in the
was not.
Logan?
He's not cut out.
Oh.
I did a little sleuthing. I boosted the lightness on that clip, and he's just in front of a dark backdrop, but it's just like a tin canopy behind him.
Oh, okay. Well, I think maybe we're gonna see some glowing aura and stuff. I don't know. I think it's just such an easy representation, of power. Oh, interesting. Lesbian Nerdy says the wig gets more natural looking in more recent clips. I
Yeah.
love to hear that.
Lesbian Nerdy. Her whole Braid Watch series is fantastic. Everyone should watch it. Her response to the Braid Whip clip, top notch.
Now that braid whip did something to me. That and the sweater are like top
It's the Braid Whip and
sensual
the
moments.
sweater. Yeah. And
Imagine those two
that's what the show
together. Oof,
intended as well.
too powerful. Yeah.
I'm really like we've seen so little of Marion Alvier, but I love this actress.
I know, she's great. And that's got to be what, Egwene's sister? Or is that Egwene? No.
That's
it's not.
Egwene. You don't
it
think
is?
that's
Wow.
Egwene?
I didn't think
Egwene's
it looked
sister?
like her.
Oh, maybe not. It's not. I don't think it's what Egwene's wearing that night anyway. Is that a sister? I
I
forgot
don't
she
know.
had like
To
4
me, it doesn't
sisters.
look like. To me, it doesn't look like her. Madden.
Yeah, I don't think they
Could
would
be.
show Egwene.
She's not going to be
blubbering.
with Marin, right? She runs away.
Yeah. Wheel Chazille, stop by for some
Aw,
toe.
thanks for coming by, Wheel Chazille.
Okay, well, you know what, Wheel Chazille, thank you for stopping by. Here's some toe. Here's some G for the road. Have a
So you're
good
nice
Saturday.
and even. Nice and just at a good baseline for your day of work.
Yes.
Thanks for coming, Wheel Chazille. Okay, pause. Flame in the void.
Flame in the void.
Rafe. Okay, you know how we didn't really trust Rafe at the beginning? I trust him more and more. I trust him more and more. He loves this series.
I don't think this is the flame in the void.
It is a visual representation of a flame in a box, and Rand is blowing it out. It is at least a reference to the flame in the void.
I still maintain that this is visual foreshadowing that Rand is the dragon because he's breathing fire.
Okay, no. This is a visual representation of the flame in the void, you dummy. Let's be serious here.
Daniel Brooks, there's no symbolism in this series.
There's no symbolism in the Eye of the World or
no toe for me. I accept no toe.
Toe.
Fine. Okay, I'll give myself toe.
Good.
It's still 100% proof that Rand is the dragon because he's breathing fire.
What the part that I hate is that you're not wrong.
And
I hate that.
People, the thing is, I want you to know is that I'm joking. And
of course.
Yes, I do.
I'm not joking because this is my first time seeing it, so I'm taking it really seriously.
You should take it really seriously. But if I see any more symbolism in this series, I'm going to stop watching. That's so not true to the original series. There's no symbolism in the original series.
No symbolism. It means nothing. It references nothing. It's not a greater allegory for anything. It's just a story. Can you people stop taking it so seriously?
Oh my God, people.
So crazy.
Let's keep going. Yeah. Rand blowing out the candle.
He's got a nice face. I like to look at it.
He's a beautiful man.
He's a beautiful man.
Just like that's the last thing you see before you go to bed. You're just like
that looks like him sleeping in a hayloft, maybe with Matt.
Yeah, this looks like a hayloft. Faux shosh.
Maybe it's 4 kings.
Could be 4 kings. Okay, what do you think?
We're getting
more glimpses of Mashadar.
Not what we thought Mashadar looked like, right? Because it's described as a mist, but honestly, this looks kind of sicker. So
it's more of like
this change.
It's like very infection-y, which I like.
Yeah, kind of gross. And I like the way it clings to surfaces as opposed to being a mist that floats. That's kind of like freaky weird.
I agree. It's cool.
Like a mist or a mold that grows.
I feel like also the thing about a mist is it's probably harder to do CGI because like it looks unnatural when things like mist don't swirl around people's legs and interact with physical objects the right way.
Exactly.
So this is easier to do.
Making it more corporeal makes it easier to look real, which I like. Yeah. Especially if it clings to surfaces that are already there. Wow. Rand
such a beautiful
and
shot.
Egwene. That is a beautiful shot. Now that is mostly CGI, but I don't care. It's pretty good.
It's good. It's good. I love all the dramatic skies we are seeing.
Such dramatic pastel, very painterly skies. I love.
So I was having a discussion with my dear sweet girlfriend Madhu yesterday about the show, and she's not sold on the very, like, hyper stylized, very, like, artisty take on the show. What are your thoughts? And she was speaking specifically, like, yeah, like, the dragon's fang with the sheep, the white flame with the cave, like, it feels like it's unrealistic. It's like it just feels like very style. Um,
I love Maddie and I hate to disagree with her, but I could not be more into it. I have had quite enough of gritty realism. I'm
mm,
like over it. And also, like, this is a show where people channel and like do magic, and there's literally
yeah.
dragons, and there's metaphorical dragons, and like there's, time travel, and like I don't come to it for realism exactly. I come to it for magical realism. And so that's what I think the style brings to it, is a sort of separation from our world,
Hmm.
because this is not our world, or maybe it is in a different age. The
Yeah, I'm
times
not
come and
sold
go.
on that reasoning because the books, you're right, there's all these fantasy elements, but the books feel incredibly grounded. Like the
Yeah, but
amount
that's
of
the okay, but that I think is the job of the actors,
yeah,
of the
but that's like
writers.
emotional grounding, but I'm talking about like everything, like the details. Like it's not the series itself is not magical realism.
No,
And I'm okay with the TV show indulging in it a bit. I agree that I guess and this is speaking for me, not for Maddie anymore. Um, I feel like at first I love the aesthetics of the show. This isn't a complaint about them, but I do think I've heard the argument you gave a few times from many people as like a swing back from the Game of Thrones, the DC verse dark gritty shit. But you can have like realistic grounded feeling aesthetics without being dark and gritty. Like it doesn't have to, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
but okay, here's I just think that we're gonna get plenty of gritty,
Yeah.
grounded realism. Like, we see the dirt under their fingernails. We see their horses, like,
This is a comment about Mashadar, and I agree, Daniel.
totally, it's gonna be way different and super cool. I think we're gonna get gritty, grounded realism in this show. I just think it's also super cool if we get heightened, stylized,
Yeah.
um, you know, elevated imagery. I just think it's really pretty and
No,
interesting.
I don't even disagree with that. Like I like it. It took me a while, but like once we saw the trailer, the teaser from the Wine Spring Inn clip, where I'm like, okay, like it's not it can go two ways. Like you can have like overly stylized, overly artsy shots that feel very film school to me, or that feel very like I don't know the word.
Show
Um
offy.
show offy and like look at how smart I am, but aren't really in service of the story. Uh but I
But
think what we're getting
we don't know that
increasingly
yet.
I'm not saying that's what this is. I think in the Wine Spring Inn teaser, like we get this really stylized, like heightened reality of like Land slowly walking in with his clangy boots, and it's like
Some
instead it
Western
feels very Tarantino to me and
genre.
genre, and that I'm way more okay with. Like this beautiful shot of Shatter Logoth, it's so good. Um, I like it. I want to be clear. I like what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
also
I
to
mean,
Marissa's point, I'm really hoping that the world slowly becomes darker as Rand's madness grows. It being this light matches the tone of the Eye of the World.
yeah,
Yeah, I think that would
totally.
be
We are
cool.
just beginning to feel the touches, his whispers in the back of our mind, right? Things are gonna
Yes.
get darker.
Oh, things
But
are
I
gonna get darker. I mean, everything we've heard about Winter Night is that it is freaking brutal.
brutal. Yeah. I love the stylization of it. I think it's interesting, and I think it's going to be a really nice contrast to the abject brutality that we get with the Trollocs and stuff, and how things are going to get really
Yeah.
bad and brutal and depressing. I think it's going to be a nice contrast tonally and stylistically, especially as the series gets darker.
I agree. I mean, it's freaking beautiful. Like this shot,
It's just gorgeous.
Emmons Field is beautiful. The natural landscape. I mean, it reminds me of because before we got dark and gritty with Game of Thrones and all that, we had Lord of the Rings, and Lord of the Rings is
It was also beautiful.
beautiful. And I like the return to that.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for a certain
Some
sky,
high
but
fantasy.
so Ash, you love the push stylization and the sky's looking like a painting. I agree. I love the skies. I love a dramatic ass sky.
I love it.
Can't get enough of it.
Yeah. To me, it's
Gotta
the
leave
world
room.
reflecting the times that we're in, you know?
The world is just starting to be touched by the Dark One. We'll see the progression of darkness.
I think we will.
But adding a bit of visual symbolism in a visual medium is fine, especially because there might be more of it in the trailers on average because it's a trailer.
Yeah.
I
I'm
do
totally
think
with
Rafe
you.
loves his visual symbolism. I think we're going to get a lot of it, but I think that's
Yeah,
okay.
I'm just not opposed to it. Yeah, because
Yeah.
this is a visual medium and it's not a book, right?
Yeah, I
It
think
can
like
give us.
the risk of it now that I've had time to settle in my brain, the risk of it and what Maddie specifically called out as her fear was that it can
Mhm.
feel cheesy. And
Sure.
I think like overly on the nose, overly like lampshady visual symbolism can push you out of the narrative
Yeah.
because it's like, oh, you're talking to me, the viewer, as you, the director, rather than the story. But
Yeah.
we haven't seen that so far.
The
So I'm
closest
okay.
I would say that comes to cheesy is The Flame in the Void, and that's only for book readers
That's
because
just for book
nobody else knows what
readers.
that is. So I
Yeah.
see it less as cheesy as more of like a, "Hey, we see you," like, fun little Easter egg kinda thing.
Yeah. The only thing like that's where that where is it? The the Dragon Fang of Sheep.
Mhm.
If there is not an in-story reason for this, like, oh, Padan Fain or the Murdrall did this on purpose,
Mhm.
that's the kind of thing that to me would feel cheesy, where it's like
Oh, they just happened to fall and
they
die
just
in the
happen to
shape of a
fall this
dragon's
way.
fang?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get a reason, I just can't predict what it's gonna be. I can't figure out what the reason's gonna be, but
Oh, 100% RJ would very much approve of visual symbolism.
I think
Um,
so too.
yeah, this scene is gorgeous.
Rand, Egwene, and Perrin.
Yeah. And just like these landscapes. Oh my god.
Stunning. Totally
And then
stunning.
this
Ooh,
blood,
what was that?
it's a little blood to trees transition.
Blood to trees transition. Don't
Very
mind.
cool.
That is cool.
Um, Ash says that Ash loved The Witcher to bits, but the landscape shots were all drab, drone shot,
Yeah,
muddy countryside, and rainy cliffs. I agree. Yeah, I'm so tired
agreed.
of drab. Like
Sick of it.
even like outside of the dark, gritty Game of Thrones kind of shit, even Marvel, which like is
Yeah,
a brighter, lighter, whatever. It's not dark and gritty, but it is so drab. The
it's
color palettes are
very
so
drab.
muted, and
Yeah, like look at Captain Marvel's suit. It's like red and
yeah,
blue, sort of. Captain America's suit is like dark maroon and dark navy. Like
yeah,
everything is so drab because they want to seem realistic.
and even
But like,
the color
why
palettes
can't
on the landscapes and stuff are all toned down, and it's like,
yeah, why? I hate that. That's why I'm so glad that this is bright and exciting. I think it's going to be so interesting and different.
hmm. A little foreshadowing in this shot that I like.
What is that?
What do you
Bloody
think?
hand?
Yes,
Handful of blood?
handful of blood. You know the fame.
Here is
Everyone's
some blood. We
the
have some
fan
blood.
the fan favorite character, a handful of blood that gets
Handful of
introduced
blood.
in the Dragon Reborn.
Honestly, that sounds like a dropped title for one of the books.
It
A
does.
crown of swords, path of daggers, a handful of blood.
Yeah, or there's got to be a chapter somewhere in there named that. But
Handful of
um,
blood.
this is almost certainly Matt's hand, and
Oh
it
my
is.
god, after he grabbed the dagger.
It might be
Joy.
after he grabbed the dagger. It might be during Winter Night. Whatever it is foreshadowing of the Band of the Red Hand.
Oh my god. god, totally. Yeah, I see his frayed bathrobe sweater sleeve now. Oh my god, totally. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
MJ Daniel, a fade marking area for the dark one with the dead sheep dragon's fang. Yeah, I think that's probably what it'll be.
Probably.
And the lighting and colors look much more realistic to you, and you love it.
Because they're bright. The real world can be bright.
And just things like this orange from this burning town, this blue from where are you? Where's the lightning blue?
Right after
Give me the blue.
blood, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, so good.
That's Perrin in the Forge.
Perrin in the Forge is probably where he picks up the hammer or picks something up to fight. Perrin.
Yeah, Perrin. Do you like his little wolf paw he's doing as he's walking?
Yeah, I always want to call Marcus Rufus. I don't know why, but so everyone knows if I ever say Rufus, I mean Marcus. I just love his physicality.
Yeah, he's great. Oh shit. Okay, we get Perrin, Matt, Egwene, horse being eaten by Mashadar.
Ah, scary. Horse being eaten by Mashadar.
And in the
getting, like, absorbed.
I ran a poll yesterday on YouTube during the live stream yesterday, and most people thought this was Cloud.
The horse Cloud.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, he's being like absorbed. This is the most CGI we've seen from the show.
Yeah, the horse being absorbed. And it's so fast.
It's very fast. The horse is moving unnaturally, but it's also being eaten by an evil, infectious darkness. So
yeah, I can
forgive it. Yeah. I love the architecture.
It's being disintegrated. Cool, freaky, gross.
What
I hate
a cool
it. I
job
love it.
to be hired as like a fantasy architect for a show like this.
Yeah, totally. And we should talk about the fantasy architecture of the White Tower with some of the pictures that we got from the GQ article. Ah, so cool. Anyway, keep going. We're running.
We've seen this.
Seen that.
Paneling.
I love the earrings. Can I say I love the earrings in this series?
Great.
I love Egwene's earrings. I love Moiraine's earrings. I don't know if Nynaeve has earrings.
Costume department on point.
Top notch. Oh, she's so beautiful.
Clip of Lan.
Love that, but we've seen it.
And then just like this fast fucking cut.
The Dragon Reborn.
I love it. It's all of them, right? Where's Matt?
All of them. It's all of them.
The Dragon Reborn.
Oh, there he is.
Good shot.
Great shot.
Marin's earrings are boss.
I love Marin's earrings. Yeah.
We see those on the Wine Spring Inn teaser.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do a whole earring video, maybe.
Yes. I love it. I find it really interesting because the earrings are not really mentioned. Robert Jordan mentions the lace at every sleeve and the pearl, the seed pearls down every sleeve. But
he talks a lot about necklaces. He talks a lot about necklaces. Like drops, like fire drops and stuff like that.
Yeah, he rarely talks about earrings. So when I see the earrings, they're a bit of a shock, but also like a really logical extrapolation. Yes, it's gross. I hate it. I love it. Like that's just
so that's Sherbet Mango, the white cloak shots. That gives us a good segue into the GQ because Mary Lou, we haven't talked to GQ.
I know. We need to talk about it. Can we talk about it today? Do we have time?
We can talk about it right now.
Well, is that the end of the clip?
That was the end of the clip. We got through.
Can we watch it just like all the way through then?
I am Moiraine Sedai. 20 years ago, I learned a secret. A vision of a baby being born. A baby who could change the world. In the last age, the Dark One was trapped by the last dragon at the cost of almost everything. 20 years ago, the last dragon was reborn. We don't know where or to whom. What I do know is that my mission is to find them. But we're running out of time. The Dark One is waking. His whispers are already in the backs of our minds. If I do not succeed, the Earth itself will burn, and the whole world will turn to darkness. There will be one who can stand against him. The dragon
We didn't talk about
has
music.
been born again. Who is the dragon reborn?
Who indeed? Who is the dragon reborn?
Oh,
Any
it's so
guesses?
good. I have full goosies. Do you guys see this? Full goosebumps on my whole goosey bump arm. Wow.
You said music. I think this is just trailer house music.
I think it is too. It feels way too generic. It's just all stringy.
Yeah. And apparently,
Yeah.
Lorne Balfe has said that the music in the original trailer is not his. That is also trailer house music. So
Interesting. I mean, I have
interesting.
nothing against it. It just feels kind of separate from the music that we've seen. So yeah. Anyway, I don't think it's very interesting. I think I just wanted to mention that. Wow, I really loved that trailer. I'm so excited by it. Now we get to talk about the GQ article, which was so interesting. I loved reading it. Starts with this gorgeous picture.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous picture. I've seen all y'all's thoughts on the White Cloaks, and I see them and respect them.
You don't like the White Cloaks?
No, it is my opinion that the White Cloaks look baller as fuck.
Oh, okay, good.
And yeah, I think it's impractical to have armor on only one side, but they're not fighting right now.
Yeah.
And also, since when have the White Cloaks been like totally practical and made sense?
Yeah.
Right?
I think this is ceremonial garb.
They do shit for show all the time. That's like part of their whole thing, is that all of their shit is presentation, and the only thing they care about is how other people see them, right? So I love the armor, the epaulette armor. I love the white and silver and gold ranks in the buckles too. It's reflected in the buckles, and snaps on his belts are also gold and silver and white.
Did you notice, it's hard to see here, but right here, I think this is Eamon Valda.
That is Eamon Valda. Yeah.
So it looks like he has a little trophy collection here of possibly Aes Sedai rings.
You're kidding. Where do you see that? I don't see that. Is that on his hand?
Let me pull up. I isolated and enhanced a shot of it for the rusty heel. Let me pull it up.
Okay, I have thoughts about that, but I'm going to wait until you prove it to me that it's real.
You're going to make me prove it to you?
No, I'll believe you.
Claim. Enhancing. I'm enhancing.
Okay, I can say I don't like that. Because we don't have any canon proof that White Cloaks have killed Aes Sedai, do we?
We know they would want to, though.
We know they want to, but we also know that they can't. The Aes Sedai aren't really afraid of them.
Well, I don't know. I'm okay with this being...
Kill an Aes Sedai, the White Tower would lose it.
I'm okay with it because I think the White Cloaks are a bumbling bunch of buffoons who don't act as very interesting antagonists in the books. And making them a little more dangerous is interesting. But the Aes Sedai are wary of the White Cloaks.
They're wary of them because they're dangerous, but not that because they think they could kill an Aes Sedai.
I think they do, because in the Eye of the World, Moiraine is... I don't have a citation for this. I just feel like I remember this. Her having a conversation with the Immense Fielders, really like, cool, can't you just magic them? And she's like, well, I can't use magic against men unless feel like my life's in danger. And also, like, an arrow to the back or whatever will kill an Aes Sedai just as well as any other human if you don't see it coming. So if they're sneaky, they can kill Aes Sedai.
I know they would, but I just didn't know that they like actually had. But I'm seeing corrections in the chat. I know they would kill a chance.
The White Cloaks have killed an Amyrlin, apparently.
When was that, Lonesome Goat? That scares me. 95% sure they've killed an Aes Sedai. Okay, see, that's...
Yeah, I
I
think
see.
they're
I know
warned
that they
about white
would. I
cloaks.
just the actual like collecting of scalps, collecting of rings shows that they have killed Aes Sedai and are advertising it. Like that just feels different from the white cloaks I know. But maybe they're a bigger threat in the show and are actually more powerful and dangerous. And
I mean,
and that's an okay change for me.
they have a whole fucking country. Like, this to me is
They
more in
don't. They
line.
want one.
No, they
Pedro
have
Nile.
one.
That's Pedro Nile's plan.
No, they do have one.
No, no, it's Pedro Nile's plan. They have like an understanding with the king of Amadesia, but that's Pedro Nile's plan was with bringing everybody to the west side, remember? And he gets really mad at Eamon Valda for fucking it up because he was going to like take over Murandy and Amadesia and like consolidate them to be a truly in name white cloak country. They have an understanding with the king of Amadesia, but it's
That's
not
fair.
like a
I
white
guess they
cloak
have more
country.
of it. They have their little city state in Amador. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I'm okay with them being stronger and being a better antagonist.
It makes more sense if maybe they have these things like what MJ Daniel says,
They
maybe
killed an
through
Amerlin
treachery or
600.
ambush.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if I were a white cloak tasked with killing an Aes Sedai. I feel like I could come up with ways, like kind of
Yeah.
herding them into a steading, or just good old crossbow bolt in the back.
Yeah.
And I think it's nice to have
I
antagonists
just
who aren't
I don't know. That seems like such
Trollocs.
a that's true. I do like an antagonist that is not Trollocs. That's actually really dangerous. I just think in the world of the books, I don't know if the White Cloaks would make such an open provocation of the White Tower because
They
they're
call them
fucking jerks
Tarvalin
and they hate
witches.
the Tar Valon. No, I know. Well,
if
I mean,
if
like
white
starting
cloaks
a war.
oh
They
well, I'm
know that
not
they'd
saying
be
this.
crushed.
This isn't starting a war.
Killing an Aes Sedai. Think about
Who?
killing an American on foreign soil would be a like act of war, right?
Yeah, I
And
don't.
they don't believe that Aes Sedai can't use their powers unless they feel in danger,
That's fair.
So I
We'll
don't know.
see.
That
We'll
just
see what
makes me a little
happens.
wary.
There's also a chance that these rings are like 700 years old.
Yeah.
Um,
And maybe it's an Eamon Valda thing and not a White Cloak thing. Maybe like he's the crazy one that like
yeah,
collects these rings and everybody's like, okay, zealot, like even though they're zealots.
yeah.
I just can't see that I don't know. I'm like concerned about that being the operational
I
motive
don't.
of the White
I
Cloak is to
oh.
actually kill Aes Sedai.
I don't think it's something they generally do. I think killing. He looks like he has maybe 2 rings. I think having
Okay.
killed 2 Aes Sedai is not that many.
Okay. Cool. Anyway, I think they look fucking sick. I love the like sash to the
Oh. Lord of
oh
Chaos, Chapter 31. Valda's POV. The search for Tar Valon witches had found only 2 so far, but over 100 women had been put to the question, an indication of how vigilant the patrols were.
freaky.
Well, that sounds like 2 Aes Sedai to me.
I
And the
love
officer in the back looks like he makes YouTube rants about the Darkford witches. True.
definitely that haircut. These haircuts and these
The
mustaches. I know they kind of look
mustaches.
hipster,
I love
but
them.
I love them. I love them. They're freaky to me. They like
It's strong, proud
exude
boy energy.
militantism. That's what I was just about to say. Like it exudes like white supremacist to me, which
Oh, yeah.
obviously they're not white supremacist in terms of race, but they are white supremacists in terms of the light and the white clothes. All these
Yeah.
80s porn star mustaches to me
They're
feels
light
very militant.
supremacists.
They are literally white supremacists, as in the color white.
No,
The
light.
only
They're
thing I
light
don't like about
supremacists, Mary Lou.
oh, sorry, light supremacists. They are light supremacists. Okay, can you guess the one part of this picture that I don't like?
The one part of this picture.
There's one tiny part of this picture.
Is it a one tiny part, or is it like a general trend in costuming?
It is not a general trend in costuming, but it has to do with one person's costume in particular.
Okay. The one tiny thing that you don't like is You don't like that Pedro Nile has a beard.
No, I love that Pedro Nile has a beard. He's special, and he can get a beard.
You don't like this funky sword on the right side. I'm just grasping at straws here. What don't you like?
No, I like the sword. I like the weird cutlass handle. We should talk about that. Some of their pants are too long.
Hmm.
It feels like their pants should have been hemmed better. Because like obviously they are going to trail in the dirt. They're in the middle of the forest, but like some of them trail a lot more than others and so get a lot dirtier than others. And I think in
It's that
order
one guy
as
in the back.
militant, that one guy in the back, his are so long. And then the one guy standing on the left, his are a little too long too. And you can see they get dirtier because of it. And I
Yeah.
just think in order that militant would absolutely have hemmed their soldiers' pants correctly. But that guy in the back is my major one. That is just
Okay.
like absurd.
Um,
Like a good
for
4
the
inches
sake
too long.
of pure Shaitan advocating, my headcanon, you've pointed this out, I didn't notice that. My headcanon now is that this dude in the back with the long pants signed on to join the White Cloaks during this campaign, and he was just given some
Ooh.
old robes.
Okay. And he hasn't had time to hem them yet. Okay.
Yeah, he hasn't been back
He's
to
a new recruit.
have them. Mhm.
He does look slouchier than the rest of them too.
Yes. Now
I'm not a dark friend.
you look like a dark friend to me, Ramya.
Oh, I get it. Super Troopers.
Practicality is not a White Cloak trait. They be wearing white while traveling, and
That's true.
they do be. That is true. That do be true.
And I do love that it mostly looks incredibly crisp with the, very realistic
I love it.
dirt on the hems. And I think it would be part of their thing that every night, every soldier is expected to scrub his robes perfectly, sparklingly white, in lye and whatever natural bleach there is.
Shall we move on from the
Yes,
White
shall
Cloaks?
we? Love it. So I'm obsessed.
Okay, we've seen the Waygate.
It's cool.
It's cool
It's
that they
awesome.
actually built it. I like it.
Yeah, love it.
What do you think?
Look at poor sad Rand, sad face.
Just a sad
This
little
is-
boy.
He says, but who's gonna help my daddy?
Who's gonna
This
help
looks
my
exactly
partner?
like the scene, how I pictured it in my mind, how he's like, I'm going to Eamon's Field and somebody's going to save him because
Yeah.
we had this crazy random attack
Just-
on our farm and somebody's going to help my dad. And then he shows up in town and everything's destroyed and he's walking around and he's like, somebody help my dad. And everybody's like, we can't help your dad. We can't help anyone.
Yeah.
Your
it's
dad's
like,
dead. And
I
he's
just
like,
got to
"What?"
get to Nynaeve. For the
Ugh.
sticklers, it's true. This is not exactly what it would have looked like in the books because Bella ran off and Rand dragged Tam all the way to
Right.
Emond's Field on a litter. But
Right. I like this better.
this is fine. I like Bella.
This is fine.
Bella gets all the screen time we can give her.
Bella gets all the screen time.
I love the houses. I am pissed off that these roofs aren't thatched, but I'll come to accept it.
Sure.
If you're gonna put that much time into building your own fucking Emond's Field, give them some thatch roofs.
Maybe they didn't
Jeez.
last as long as these wooden shingles.
That's true.
You know,
You could reunite with Bella in town.
that is possible. What was I gonna say? And it's honestly, this is different from the book in that the book, the only houses that were burned were of the boys and
Yeah.
not the whole town. But this is cooler, so I don't mind.
People were attacked. Yeah, those were the only like houses that were targeted, but I think they like attacked other houses to just hide
They
it or
didn't
something.
burn down any other houses.
Yeah.
They attacked everywhere, but they only burned down. But I could
Yeah.
see maybe they mentioned that, wow, the houses they burned were these 3 houses and it spread or something
Yeah,
like that.
because like Nynaeve was definitely busy when he gets there.
Very.
I just read that part the other day, and it does have the right overall feel to me. Oh yeah,
Totally. Because
Right
can't
feel.
just feel that where he's just like still because he's like, what do I do now?
yeah, it's great. Love
And he's got
Yosha.
the
Every bit
sword.
we see of him.
I know, I'm obsessed. I'm so excited
Um,
that he's our dragon baby boy.
Okay, a little red Aja vibes. This is, I think, a shot from that same scene we've seen before.
It's nice to see it up close. Love the different outfits. Love that they all have the same color leather though. That's really interesting to me.
Yeah.
This like red colored leather. So clearly they're in like some sort of like garb that is red Aja garb. right? This is not just like Leandrin woke up one day and like put on this red dress and this red
Yeah,
leather.
yeah.
Like, no, this is their red Aja showing up, showing out garb.
I like
Because they all have matching leather.
I love all like just how international the costumery is. And like I know there's no Islam in the world of the Wheel of Time, but I love that this costume is so clearly like kind of hijab inspired.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool.
Very
I
cool.
like it. I love all the
I love the
costumes.
Bantu knots on the Asian Aes Sedai. Very just cool. Just cool. Looks great.
It's also cool. Costuming doing great. Excited that we do apparently get the attack on the Althor farm.
That's what it looked like in the
Yeah.
that one clip that
The
we
Shadow
got.
Spawn clip.
The
And
Shadow Spawn
apparently,
clip.
so we're not going to watch the Comic-Con clips because we can't today. But I will say, close your ears if you want no spoilers at all of what's going to be in the first episode. But someone who was at the London Comic-Con who did see the clip was like, yeah, we get a really long, great fight sequence from that scene.
That's so
So I
cool.
think
I
we
can't
do
wait.
get to see Tam in action.
I'm excited.
Also, at the Winespring Inn, this is Lonesome Goat. With the Winespring Inn being burned down, it lends
Ooh.
further credence to the thought that the Darkwind could be after Egwene as well. Very true.
Ooh, that's very interesting. Now, see, I hadn't thought about that because I had thought about how Moiraine doesn't know if it could be Egwene, but I hadn't thought that. I guess that's we did because with the dreams, if Egwene is having
Yeah.
dreams, then that means that the Dark One also doesn't know if it's her or not.
Mhm.
So that's interesting. That's very interesting.
And to anyone who's like, but it's not canon, oh my god! It's true the Dark One doesn't think Egwene could be the dragon, but the Dark One is after Egwene. In the
Yeah.
Great Hunt, the Dark One tries to have both Egwene and Nynaeve shipped off to Shanchan as Damani.
Yeah,
So
big time.
it's a thing. Okay, let's move on. All right, we've seen this before. This ain't new.
I think Alana looks super cool.
She's great.
I think it's
still
weird
think
that we have two green sisters on shielding.
I still think the cage and shit feels cheesy to
Do
me.
not like the cage. I do not like the circus tent cage.
It's very Hogwarts. It's very it's very theatrical. And like the
Yeah,
design
I
of
don't like
the
that.
carriage, I'm like, okay, that's a little overdone.
It's yeah. Why would they spend this much time? Why would they advertise?
Well,
this
they
is a
did do
special
that.
carriage.
They did like parade Logain through the cities.
I know, but this isn't them parading Logain through the cities. Like,
Yeah, it's
why
just
would
a
you have
weird
such an
cage
ornamental
choice.
cage for traveling through the forest? It's top heavy. It could be knocked over so easily.
Yeah.
Like he could just stand up and go like, and it would fall over.
Yeah, the only thing they might say is like it's power rot. It's a cage from the Age of Legends. We don't know why they built it like that.
It's possible. That's possible.
Sure, why not? And you wanted to talk about this here, Mary Lou?
Yes. Look how pretty. With the veins in the stone, it looks like it was carved from blocks of stone. Look at the way the veins travel, like from that one on the
veins
left.
of gold.
The veins of gold on the left travels from that like pillar with the flower on top down into the screen.
Yeah, it's great.
That
Really,
looks like that might have been painted, right? Which is
oh sure. Yeah, whatever.
possible and fabulous, but I think it looks really cool that it's intended to show that this was all carved from one giant block of stone, which is awesome.
Yeah, if I were prop maker on this show, I'm not going to carve this from stone. The bench she's sitting on looks maybe like it's actually marble or stone because it's got that sheen and she has to actually interact with it.
Yeah.
But all the stuff behind her, no, that's going to be like CNC'd out like foam board or
epoxy
maybe wood or acrylic or something. But yeah,
but the columns are really detailed.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic work. I obviously make it out of fucking foam and wood if you can.
Absolutely. I really like the attention to detail.
Yeah. The cage does look very theatrical, but that could be intentional. It mentions that the Aes Sedai were parading the captured Logain through every village. Yeah.
I actually don't mind so much that it's theatrical. I mind that it's impractical. It looks like he could stand up and topple it over very easily, and that bothers me.
Yeah, and spoiler alert, it looks like maybe he could just kind of explode it without much trouble.
Kind of looks like that.
I love the setting. I love the columns. I love that's the
I love
last
her
shot we
dress.
get. I love her dress. I love her tattoos. She's so cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this swan because obviously what we've gotten from the trailer is not the swan we know, because the swan we know is non-ornamented fisherman's daughter, right? Plain wood desk, plain wood chair,
Sorry.
one painting of her hometown, right? And the swan we've seen so far is highly ornamented, even physically, with her tattoos, and is incredibly serene and regal and elegant. And so I'm excited to see if maybe that's her like public face Amarancy, and if we get a more private swan that's more like a fisherman's daughter,
I
that
hope we do. If I don't hear her say fish guts at least once, I'm gonna be very
at
sad.
least once.
I was trying to find the clip from this where they're walking through the White Tower, because it shows just a bit more of a look at the architecture we were just looking at.
The columns that they walk through with Lan.
Yeah.
Yes. And the statues.
And like this is all real, which is crazy to me.
Yeah,
It's
that
just
they
a
built
massive fucking intricate sound stage that they built.
I love her outfits.
Yeah, they're so good. I love Lan's outfit
I
here.
love Lan's outfit. I love Alana's outfit.
Everyone looks so
Moraine's
good.
especially.
Oh,
Just
she's
looks
got her blue
amazing. She's got her
stone.
blue stone on the chain, but she's still got her shoulder pads. Oh, and that braid flip. Yeah, it does something to my insides. Gets me all bubbly.
Ooh, Ash points out the tiny flame of Tarvalon in the middle of the big
I don't
seven-sided
see
symbol.
it.
Oh, it's like, yeah, it's kind of there maybe.
Where?
I wish I could. The GQ website's really annoying, so I can't zoom in on it.
I'm really trying to find it. I can't find it.
Yeah, I can't zoom in. It's like in the middle of the circle, maybe.
Oh, I see it in the middle of the circle. Yes, I do
Yeah.
see it. Like it's sort of shadowed on the inside. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that. I'm actually surprised there isn't more flame imagery.
It's a lot of flowers. They're leaning
A lot of
into
flowers.
the flower.
Which did we notice the flowers are trefoil flowers? Or a lot of the leaves are trefoil.
They
So I thought that was
do.
interesting.
They do. They do be.
A lot of trefoil leaves.
Yeah, because this would have been built by Ogier.
Yeah.
Which
so
is
the
cool.
Avendasora leaves, the trefoil leaves, we see them right away. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, it's so cool. I want to go to there.
I want to go to there.
In London or outside of London, you can go to like Warner Brothers studio and go to where they filmed a lot of Hogwarts scenes, and they have like the full like Hogwarts dining hall and stuff, and you can go do the studio tour.
One day we're going to be able to do the studio tour of Tarvalon.
I hope I get it. God, I hope I get it.
God, I hope I get it. Yes, Marissa, I love that Alana seems to be the only Aes Sedai with a revealing neckline. Alana, our favorite little slutty slut. Well, not my favorite. That's Barreline, but yes,
Alana,
mommy.
I don't like Alana. I think I probably will like her in season 1. But
Alana as a character, no, we despise. We
despise. What's the opposite
in the
of
beginning,
Stan?
she's interesting.
We nats Alana.
I mean, she essentially like magically rapes Rand.
Toe for Alana. Get out of here.
Yeah, no thank you. Bonding someone without their consent? Give me a break.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
Moraine's tower outfit is more conservative and imperious seeming, and Alana has this really comfy dress. I think this is also because Moiraine was being called back to the tower to speak in front of the hall.
Yeah, she's like being questioned.
Yes, no, Marissa, we know you do not like Alana.
No, we do not like Alana. But I like her in the first season. I like this actress, and I like her representation in the first season.
Yes. So good. Okay. Well,
it's just so good.
I love everything. I love everything about all of this. Okay, I'm gonna close.
Was there anything in the GQ article that we wanted to talk about? We talked about the pictures, but we didn't talk about the article
Daniel Henney
itself.
hot tub scene.
I'm looking forward to that.
The I don't know. Anything else in the GQ article we wanted to talk about?
It made me like Rafe a
Oh, like
lot.
building the entire town and torching it for a single episode?
Super cool.
Fantastic.
Super cool.
Yeah, Rafe,
Um,
it changed my mind about Rafe.
I trust him so much more now. I love the imagery that he put of just like he lays his body on the project and takes 1,000 swords to the back or
Okay,
1,000 arrows to the back.
a little melodramatic, Rafe.
A little dramatic.
Very
but I mean,
showrunner attitude, because showrunners always think they're doing more work than anybody else.
but physically they kind of are. Like, I mean, when he had his assistant count how many notes they got, and they got 11,000 notes.
Yeah, okay. But who counted the notes?
His assistant, true. Yes. Okay, great point. Great point. Great point, Sarah. G for Sarah. Sarah gets G. A tad dramatic. Yes, it is probably his assistants who are doing, tons of that work that he gets to take credit for.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, of course he's doing a ton of work, but so many people are doing a ton of work.
Do you remember? Okay, the Trolloc thing I wanted to talk about. Thank you, Lonesome Goat, for reminding me about the Trolloc details, about the magnetic horns. Remember, I pointed out, I was like, they all have horns.
Mm-hmm.
Now to get that confirmed, that like every single Trolloc has horns and they're magnetic, so they can just switch them around. I think that's like brilliant and genius and like so cool. Again, the costuming department really seems like they are just running at full speed, doing top-notch work. Really top-notch work. Flying all over the world. I assume
it's a combination of a dream place to work and a nightmare place to work for anybody who works in costuming, because you get to do so much stuff. They get to fly around the world with fabric. But if you're not the head costume designer, then you're just
are probably working your knuckles off. Yeah. Modular Trolloc heads, absolutely galaxy brain, just like genius, like doy. Yeah. Yes. I love it. I love that.
G for Sarah's little chunkers.
When did you say little chunkers? I was busy talking, as I usually am.
I don't remember. I don't remember. Marissa, help us out. What is this?
Were you talking about Trollocs?
I don't think I said that this time.
I love that they were talking about those the prosthetic legs that they put on.
Oh, Sarah Nakamura's little chunkers. Okay, yes, that makes way more sense. I was like, my name doesn't have an H.
Okay.
Sarah Nakamura's little chunkers.
What is that?
I think it's in the article. Let me find it. Oh, can't find it. I don't know. About Nakamura's book excerpts. Oh.
Did she tweet about it? I've been avoiding Twitter because I wanted to avoid Moiraine's quest, but now I get to read everybody's hot takes. I love hot takes.
Okay, well, speaking of hot takes, I have a very, very, very room temperature take.
Oh. Is it about the trailer?
No, it is about
then make us full screen.
It is about my life and the fact that I have to go live it.
Oh my god, no.
I'm sorry. Okay, I do want to play this one more time for you, Maria.
Okay.
I am Moiraine Sedai. 20 years ago, I learned a secret. A vision of a baby being born. A baby who could change the world. In the last age, the Dark One was trapped by the last dragon at the cost of almost everything. 20 years ago, the last dragon was reborn. We don't know where or to whom. What I do know is that my mission is to find them. But we're running out of time. The Dark One is waking. His whispers are already in the backs of our minds. If I do not succeed, the Earth itself will burn, and the whole world will turn to darkness. There will be one who can stand against him. The dragon has been born again. Who is the dragon reborn?
Who is the Dragon
I
Reborn?
have full goosies again. Look at my goosebumps.
Mary Lou, before we go, there was one point from this that was important
Yes.
that we haven't brought up yet.
What?
We have been very publicly postulating for a long time now that they are going to try to lead the audience to believe that Logain is the Dragon Reborn for most of season 1.
Ooh,
They're not
we
doing
were
that.
wrong.
We were
We
wrong.
were super wrong.
And,
Yeah.
yeah. So we're happy to admit when we're wrong.
Love that. Yeah, we were super wrong. That's really interesting. That is super interesting. But I do think they are going to frame Logain as a big bad, right?
He'll still
Because
be
they
a
would
big bad, but he's not. He's a false dragon for sure.
false dragon for sure. There have been false
yeah.
dragons before.
There have been false dragons before. I've never seen anything.
His power and
His
strength.
power is more than anything
His
I've
strength.
ever seen. His strength.
His strength
His
is anything
strength.
more than I've ever seen.
Than I've ever seen. Ever seen.
Ever. No, it's
ever.
He doesn't
Ever
His
seen.
strength is more
Anyway,
than
yeah, y'all
anything
don't need to hear
I've
us doing this.
Oh, love it.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone in the chat, for joining us. Thank you,
for
Mary
joining.
Lou, for joining me. We will be back on Monday for
On
our
Monday.
regular weekly Monday live stream. Oh, no, I forgot to announce the Photoshop competition. I'll announce that today.
Ooh.
Haven't decided what it'll be.
Ooh.
There will be a Photoshop competition. Lowell, stop, please. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, we will stop.
We will stop. We will
We will
stop.
stop.
And we will give ourselves toe.
Fair.
Okay. We'll be back on Monday for our regular Monday at 11 a.m. PST live stream where we talk about the Wheel of Time.
And we have a really good time.
And we'll have a really good time. And we hope that today you all had a really good time. Mary Lou, where can the people find you?
You can find me at Mary Lou Larry Moo on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch.
And you can find me on Twitter at Spear Maidens. And you can find this channel on YouTube and Twitch, Maidens of the Spear, where we do Wheel of Time shit. And that's all we got for you today. But thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend.
Have a really good day.
Have a really